I like Zelda games a lot, and I like some more than others, so here are my top 10 Zelda games. Number 10 is Twilight Princess. I'm not gonna lie, Twilight Princess is a darn good game. I must comment on the music of the game though. I don't really like the style of the game overall, but I love the music. It's mysterious, it adds to the mood, and most of all, it helps me keep calm. One thing I do whilst playing video games is rage. Even games that are meant to be fairly easy like My Sims can make me rage at times, and most of the time all I need is some music just to calm me down, and Twilight Princess does this perfectly in my opinion. Nine is Phantom Hourglass. The first of the DS games, I really think Phantom Hourglass was a completely new approach to Zelda. With a touchscreen in the picture now, it really changed the way the game is played. Honestly, I don't really like the idea of using a touchscreen to move around. I prefer using a D-pad. But I think it made it easier to kill enemies because you could kill them directly, if you know what I mean. No? Okay then. Oh yeah, another thing. The American TV ad.
Oh, coin. Okay, but wait, what's in there? Collect my jewels?
No. Just no.
Yuck!
Just no. Anyway, swiftly moving on. One last thing. I really like the fact that you are timed in the Temple of the Ocean King. I think it really adds a sense of urgency to what you're doing. And before anyone tells me I'm a complete idiot and Majora's Mask did this first, I'm not completely stupid. I'm just saying I like the sense of urgency and I think more games should do it. Number 8 is Four Swords. This was the first Zelda game that I finished all the way through, and I found it kind of easy, but I still really enjoyed playing it. One problem I did have though was the lack of the storyline. Apart from the opening cutscene, which I somehow managed to completely skip on my first playthrough of the game, that's sort of it. I didn't really fully understand the story until I read the manga. In my opinion, the easiest of the Zelda games. Number 7 is The Legend of Zelda. As far as older games go, this is pretty spectacular. The graphics aren't great, but hey, this is the late 1980s. What do you expect?
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter?
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
I mean, really, like those two would hang out in a real life situation.
It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad.
Anyway, this is by far my favourite game on the NES, and I think it was a great start to an amazing series. Number 6 is A Link to the Past. Not saying that the first two games are bad, but A Link to the Past really set the mark for Zelda games. The SNES allowed for more side quests and character development. If I'm truly honest, it kind of allowed more everything. There were more options for music, colours, you get where I'm coming from here. Oh yeah, I have to make the point of the fact that some people can't see past the graphics in a game, and before you say anything, I like the graphic style in A Link to the Past. Anyway, I was playing A Link to the Past and my mum said, and I quote, "Did you pay for that? Really?" 5 is Spirit Tracks. The controls and style of Spirit Tracks is pretty much the same as Phantom Hourglass, so I'm not going to go over that again. But I think any mistakes Nintendo made in Phantom Hourglass they definitely set right in Spirit Tracks. I really like Zelda in this game too. I also like the fact that even though Linebeck has passed away in this game, he's still there talking about treasure. Sort of. And is it just me, or does the overworld theme just make you want to get up and dance? Just me? Okay then. I found the Spirit Flute a bit hard to get the hang of playing at first, but after I started learning how to play it properly, it's a pretty cool instrument. Number 4 is Majora's Mask. A truly inspirational game. It's also a very dark and depressing game, but I really like that. It's very emotional. Heck, even the music gives me goosebumps. And if you don't know the whole story behind the making of Majora's Mask, I'll give you a quick review. Apparently, Majora's Mask was made because of Nintendo's lack of effort to work on Zelda era. If you don't know what that is, go Google it. But if it's true that Majora's Mask came out of Nintendo being lazy, Nintendo should be lazy way more often. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier, I like the whole 3 days thing because it really gives a sense of urgency. But at the same time, because of the Song of Time, it doesn't rush you at all. 3 Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword is really something else. It sort of mingled the art styles of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess together, and the end art style is, well, pretty beautiful if I say so myself. The motion controls work pretty well most of the time, and make the game much more immersive. There isn't really much to explore in the sky, but side quest wise, I'm about halfway through the game's main storyline, and I've managed to get 30 hours of gameplay, so there's certainly tons to do outside the main storyline. And the soundtrack, where do I start? It's made by the same composer as Super Mario Galaxy, so there's a pretty good start for a soundtrack. I think each theme for each character really expresses who they are, especially Groce's and Giraham's theme. And well, Fee's theme, it's magical and, I'm not gonna lie, it brings a tear to my eye. Pure musical genius. Number 2 is the Minish Cap. I know a lot of people don't like this game and would never put it at their number 2, but I don't understand what people don't like about it. Seriously, please tell me. It's got a great storyline, an interesting main enemy, and a new way to play in the form of being able to shrink diminished size. Okay, Eslo can get a bit annoying, but he was very helpful. So far it's been the last 2D Zelda game, and I think that's a real shame. I'm not saying I'm against the 3D games, I love them, but I just think it's nice to play a 2D game every once in a while. And number 1 is the CDI game. Only kidding, please don't kill me. But seriously, my favourite Legend of Zelda game is Ocarina of Time. It's a classic game. I think it's about as close as you can get to game perfection. It was the first Zelda game I ever played, and it was a really great introduction to the series. I brought the 3D version with my 3DS, and I really wasn't that bothered with it for a while, until I read about the original version, so I decided to play it. And that's how it started. I know I've said this about a cajillion other times about other games, but man, the music! I even have a lot of the Ocarina of Time soundtrack on my iPod. It is just a big musical masterpiece. A bit like A Link to the Past, it really set the mark for future Zelda games. I love the whole switch between young and adult Link thing, that both times are completely different, and it really makes the game interesting. Hey, thanks for watching. Here's another video I did before, you might want to go watch that if you like this one. If you like this video, you could subscribe for more. If you want to, I will be doing more videos on video games in the future. And here is my Twitter. I can't put a link to that, so I'll put it in the description, or you could just go type it in Twitter if you want. So yes, thank you for watching.